Hello, everyone, and welcome to God's Hall's Turnbuckle, the wrestling video podcast. I am currently running over here on YouTube.com, still looking into other ventures as well in the terms of expanding everything to go along with it, but we're not really here to talk about that today. We are here because it is time for predictions. I am going back on this normal area of predictions and pay-per-view reviews. Not necessarily doing the weekly show reviews at this point in time, but I want to at least do something, especially when we have special events or pay-per-views coming up. This week we have NXT Takeover in your house. Yes, they are going back to the in your house name that was used way back in the mid 90s for the pay-per-views that were not the big four at the time, and they've been building it up pretty decently. As you also probably seen, is that NXT and WWE have kind of taken the same route as AEW, where AEW had been having wrestlers be quote unquote their crowd for the time being. Now they're doing it with NXT and normal WWE. All areas of WWE are doing that now. So I imagine we're going to have that same type of feel and aspect behind it for NXT Takeover and for Backlash, as well as that they're going to probably have the NXT students or people who are on the lower end of the card or something like that would be the wrestling crowd making the noise in the background, which kind of makes things a little bit better to go along with it. But again, we're here to do predictions. We got 6 matches going on for NXT Takeover in your house. If also, before we fully go in there, if you do want to take a look at simulations of the game itself, you may follow down to my Twitch page. I will be doing simulations using WWE 2K19. I was able to get everybody in a created in some way, shape, or form via the created characters and community creations off of that. So we will be doing a simulation for all 6 matches on the show itself. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the match that was just added to the show. It's a 6-woman tag match. It is going to be Mia Yim going up against, not going up against, but Mia Yim teaming up with Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart going up against Candice LeRae, who will be teaming up with Dakota Kai and Riel Gonzalez. This was built off of the this has been built off of the whole Johnny Gargano and Keith Lee thing to begin with. Also with the rivalry with Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Nox going up against Dakota Kai and Riel Gonzalez at this point in time. And that's where the whole thing with Mia Yim and Candice have stemmed off, has been from the whole thing with with Johnny Gargano and Keith Lee to go along with it. Candice LeRae did pick up a victory in a mixed tag match over Mia Yim on NXT this week, but they did not have a conclusive, decisive finish inside of the actual in their actual one-on-one match. So I'm actually going to go with Candice, Dakota, and Riel to be the victors here. I feel like that would be one of the better ways of continuing on the feud, especially with everything down the line to go along with it. For the two of them, I feel like this Candice and Mia thing will continue on for a period of time afterwards, and it's and with the way that they did do it, give Candice the win on not on Monday, but on Wednesday. I feel like it was dubious enough to where they could still put her over in this particular match. So I feel like Candice and her team is going to get one over on this one and continue on along with this as well. Could be completely wrong on that. I have no idea. Up next, we have Finn Balor going up against Damian Priest. This has been built up as somebody who, or basically almost kind of like a whodunit, because Finn Balor had been attacked backstage at one point. Then his stuff was ransacked. Eventually, it was known as it was eventually revealed as Damian Priest was the attacker behind it, as he did attack him in a match, I believe with Cameron Grimes. With that costing him the match for that particular one. I feel like this is an area where they could be trying to finally be building up Damian Priest a little bit more. He's definitely been doing pretty decently on the weekly shows from what I can see. I don't obviously get to see the show weekly every single time because I kind of flip-flop between NXT and AEW, everything to go along with that. I am trying to watch him weekly, but doesn't always happen. But from what I can tell on this one, I feel like Damian Priest is going to pick up the victory in this particular match, just based on the factors that I feel like they're going to finally start building him. And what better way to build him up than build him through beating Finn Balor in a match on Takeover, where Finn Balor's actually only lost once on a Takeover show. This may be his second loss, and how everything ends out working in the end. So I'm going to go with Damian Priest on this one. Up next, we have that North American Championship title match. It is going to be Keith Lee going up against Johnny Gargano, and you know, I feel like Keith Lee's run has been pretty decent with the NXT title, though it has not necessarily gone on for that long. He's definitely had some really good matches. You had the match with Pete Dunne and Dijakovic. Sorry, I was screwing up the names there on that. You had some good triple threat matches inside of there. You had the and of course you had everything starting up with him winning the triple threat match to begin with for the North American title. I feel like he would have had a good run if he doesn't win here, but I don't feel, based off of everything that they've been kind of going with Johnny Gargano, is that he is not, I wouldn't say not interested in the North American title, but he is more looking to dominate the division along with Candice, as her being NXT Women's Champion and him being the main NXT Champion to go along with it. So I'm actually going to go with Keith Lee to pick up this victory in this one. Keep the North American title for a little bit. And we'll see where everything goes along with that as well. Up next, we have Tommaso Ciampa going up against Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross, of course, just came in after the NXT, or basically when they did do the takeover matches that were originally scheduled on normal NXT television. With that, with him just coming in, I feel like it's going to be a pretty simple one. It's going to be Karrion Kross going over. He's been going after Tommaso Ciampa ever since basically Ciampa lost the match. You even saw him in the background of the cinematic match with him and Gargano. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be one where they're going to put Karrion Kross over. So I'm going to go with him to pick up the victory. Up next, we have Charlotte Flair. We got Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai is a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. This, in all purposes, should be a really good match. It really should be a good match on this particular one. Now, based off of everything that they did on Wednesday, they kind of gave you a reason why any of them would pick up the victory. Not just like, oh, one's kind of the blatant obvious victor in this one. So it just leads me to believe whether or not they're going to go another route of having another Rhea and Charlotte match down the line. But see, here's the thing that I think about that though. I think they can still do it anyway. And I think they can do it without the title, because Rhea's going to want that victory over Charlotte. But I think in this particular case, they're going to put Io Shirai over in this particular one. A lot of people are feeling like she's going to be the one there just to take the pinfall or something like that. I don't think that's going to be the case. I feel like Rhea Ripley's quest to get back to a title picture is going to go through Charlotte, but she's going to have to beat Charlotte before she can get to Io Shirai on that one. So I'm going to go with Io Shirai to pick up the victory. And this brings us to the main event. It is the NXT Championship match. It is a backlot brawl. It is going to be Adam Cole, baby, going up against the Velveteen Dream. I've kind of flip-flop back and forth on this one before picking an actual winner on it. There was a piece of me like doing like fantasy booking. It's like, because a lot of people want Keith Lee to go towards that, go towards the NXT championship. So there's an area thinking that he's going to lose to Johnny Gargano and get promoted to the NXT championship and having Adam Cole win. I was kind of thinking on the sense that you could still have them do it and have them do that where he picks up the North, or where Adam Cole picks up the victory and he still faces Keith Lee, and we finally do a title versus title feud inside of NXT. But I don't think that's going to be the case here. Velveteen Dream has been, been down there in NXT for quite some time, and based off of what we've been seeing with the Undisputed Era, just like the subtle nuances of potential fracturing between the two of them, or particularly Adam Cole and Roderick Strong. Remember, Roderick Strong was the fourth person to come into the Undisputed Era. I don't see necessarily Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish turning on Adam Cole, but I could see Roderick Strong doing it. Maybe not in this match, but it could lead to something down the line on that one. So I'm going to pick the Velveteen Dream to pick up the victory in this and win the NXT championship on this one. I just feel like it is a bit of time on that one. Velveteen Dream has definitely put a lot of hard work in. I get his character's more of a in person with crowd there and everything to go along with it. So it does kind of seem not as much of a crazy character at this point without the crowd there to go along with it. But I still feel like they're going to put Velveteen Dream over in this one. He's going to pick up the NXT championship, and we'll see how everything plays out from there. I feel like there's a potential that could lead something down the line for Adam Cole down the line as well. He has had that title for quite some time. It's been over a year on that one, actually. So there's the potential for them definitely dropping it at this time, though I could see them keeping that title on him as well. But that is everything I've got on this one. Those are my predictions for NXT Takeover in Your House. Furthermore, on this one, I hope everybody's taking care out there. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your day.